Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, Memorial Stadium and home to the Missouri Tigers, where we are anticipating quite a clash on Faroe Field today. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on another team from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Looking to throw at Simmons. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Across the 45. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get the
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
As a quarterback, it's no fun playing against 3-4 defenses when they can get pass rushes from the interior of their defensive line. How can you complete throws against this defense if you can't step up into the pocket?
And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The Rebels are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to take the top off. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. First down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And this guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Sends it back in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Smacks him with the stiff arm. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Fires to the wide out. Complete to the left. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Missouri gets to the line quickly. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Using his legs to buy some time. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Powers through the defender. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger! And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and makes it. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Rides to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and... Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Gets loose in the middle. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. With jet sweep pass. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Brings up second down.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He might want another play. Wants to fire on second down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hardy. Ball is loose. Offense scoops it up and still going. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down. He came up a little short. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to keep it in the air. Here comes the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you want it to start, but how can we win this week and take advantage of every opportunity we get, Jesse? So it hasn't been ideal, but there's still some talent, and you can still salvage some wins on the schedule.
Yeah, it's all about finishing the season strong, right? I think this team believes that in this last week, they were able to sort of reset their focus on doing exactly that. They believe they have the horses in the locker room to win games like this. This could be the momentum shift they need.
That is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 45 on his way. Spinderella. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. And the Rebels look to keep this drive humming. The give is to Taylor. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
They'll try to run for it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by a field goal over Pittsburgh. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Off to the races. Turning it on. Touchdown, Missouri. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Rebels in the hurry-up. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking for a deep man. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Got it in the middle, it's Taylor. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. And he's incomplete on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it in the middle. It's Terry.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Might be looking to run. Zings it complete to the right. Gets away from one, finds room. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's Hardy. A defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on 1st down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. Caught. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Come on, defense. You can't forget about the fullback. I know you don't see him too often, but this is a guy that can make plays, and on that one, he catches it for a 1st down.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Steps away. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Rushes on him. Pulls it in on the right. the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. Leaves it with the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. He'll pull it down and run. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, looking to pass. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. From the red zone, it's Taylor. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And now a chance to pull even. 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. Looking to pass. It's Simmons. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
Off the play fake on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Making side adjustments here. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. He lobs one high down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play in this half. These corners backing off a bit. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Going deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. It's a seam wide open. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Missouri! Once he got some room, it was over. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Navy was anything but dominant today, but the midshipmen are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L-Cup. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Working that left side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over. This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that, you know there are going to be a lot of big plays for the Ravens.
Taylor has it. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Rebels are in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Working the big fella downfield and outside. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. He'll set up to throw. Trying to bull his way in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This offense desperate for a score here to try to stay in the game. It's 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Simmons. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Yeah, and it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
And he makes the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Draws the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. To the air on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Hardy. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
Finds his tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
To the air on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Coleman. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
The Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking downfield on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. There he goes. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
At the 15-yard line. Second down. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Missouri 35, Ole Miss 21.
They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the move. Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a first and goal.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He'll take it himself. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And I got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks. It gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more chances, get the ball to some speed on the perimeter, try to make some big plays.
Under fire. The trickeration goes awry, and it'll be fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
And they decide to trot out the kicker.
Number 19 on the field goal.
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Finds his big tight end. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. And the Rebels will hustle through the line.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarms. That loose ball, it'll be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get rid of it.
Tight end now in motion. On the option. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
It's complete on the right side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Missouri will snap it in the red zone. Looking to throw on third. Makes the catch. Oh, he's got some space. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. The throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They want that clock to run. Powers through. He's up to 113 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Touchdown, Tiger! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that Pac-12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Georgia Tech went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Yellow Jackets always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Fun one in the Pac-12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And they come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for a man, it's Simmons. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
This time on target. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab, it's Lee. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. These corners going to give them some space. He wants to throw it again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the...
Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
The give is to Taylor. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Finds his man. It's Haas. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Rebels want to move quickly. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Complete to the right. And he'll be brought down. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Lee. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks. You start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not...